Is it a springboard for Arsenal, for City, or is it a potential derailment?
Neither, really. I mean, I think ultimately it might well be the one trophy that Man City can win, which is why Pep Guardiola is making such a song and dance about having certain players available, I suspect.
Yeah.
I mean, people will see it as a blueprint for one of these two sides that are vying for the Premier League title to come out of it and gain momentum as a result of it. Well, maybe. I think going into a League Cup final, if you win it, then it will keep you on good fettle if you're Arsenal because you're top of the league. If you lose it, it might galvanise your spirit because you don't want to lose twice. I think Arsenal will win the Premier League, irrespective of what happens in the League Cup final. But what it is a showcase between the two arguably best teams in the Premier League going toe-to-toe in a showpiece final for an EFL Cup.
Yeah.
That gives it a good standing because you've got the two biggest clubs in the country right now fighting for a major trophy.
Yeah, but if it is nip and tuck at the top of the Premier League at that time, and it might be, who knows what will happen in the next few weeks, psychologically, it could be a slant in the face of City beat Arsenal if Arsenal beat City.
But you'd like to think, I mean, listening to the language and the rhetoric that's being deployed by Mikel Arteta, who I think is very much grown into the role now and is a bona fide elite manager in lots of ways. Until he gets a resume of some significant silverware in there, people will argue with that. But I think the language and the dynamics of how he now has control of his own destiny, the manner in which he expects his players to behave, the reactions to the defeats against Arsenal and Man United, and how he galvanised the language to talk about winning. And I suspect that whatever the win or loss is in this cup final will not derail Arsenal. Arsenal are in the groove. I don't think we're going to see a situation where they lose their nerve. I think their squad is strong. I think their motivation and belief is high. And I think their manager's on his game. So, with all due respect, there's a part of me that'd like to see Man City get nothing this season. Another season of trophyless, because I get a bit tired of listening to Pep Guardiola and his guys whine about everything they don't get, and yet they get an opportunity to buy the best players repeatedly and endlessly. I'm not talking about their 115 charge and all that sort of stuff. That is what it is. But look, it's a battle between... I mean, I hope it's going to be a good cup final. You'd like to think that given you've got two sides, because people are making accusations about Arsenal's style of play, which I think is probably not right.
Yeah.
But it makes... I mean, I would have liked to have seen Newcastle got to the final and defend their so valuable League Cup that we all celebrated so much last year.
There you go.
But they don't, and they won't.